So it sounds like you were super busy during the off season.
Yeah, well, last year we did Vikings Karaoke. It was a great success. The year before that, it was great. Really enjoyed that, but we wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit, as we move into the new season. So we're doing the vI.Q test brought to you by Microsoft Surface and our very first guest, none other than Kirk Cousins. Welcome to the very first edition of the vI.Q test, and we've got a pretty good guest, Kirk Cousins. How are you, man?
Doing well. Thanks.
It's great to meet you. Thank you for doing this. Did you lose a bet? Why are you doing this?
I just go where they tell me.
Well,
so here I am.
I'm glad they told you to come here. So here's the thing. I'm going to ask you some questions. Some of them are easy, some of them are hard.
All right.
Just do your best. Take a deep breath. Let's see how we do. Which vehicle below is commonly known as the coolest known to man? Is it a 1967 Shelby GT 500, the 1964 Ferrari 250 GTO, or a 2000 GMC Savannah conversion van?
A and B are pretty cool, but I have a slight bias. I'm the owner of C, and so I got to say that it is awfully cool to be the owner of a 2000 GMC Savannah conversion van. When you start to think about the amount of legroom in those bucket seats, the fold-down TV, they got mood lighting in the ceiling.
Right.
You can't beat it.
First of all, that's the correct answer. Second of all, the other two cars are my cars. That's what they put those out here for. And
you have
third
a good
of all,
life.
Have you ever just as you're driving down the road, I figure if I had a conversion van, I'd just pull over to Walmart and take a nap from time to time.
I could do that. It's tempting. It's often tempting, especially on the longer road trips. Especially if you want to go sit in the back. The back seat folds down into a bed.
See, it's the best.
So,
no matter where you go, you'll never be homeless.
Amen.
I love that van.
Amen.
It's a good story. Okay, here we go. You have thrown for how many TDs during your professional career? 92, 103, or 99?
I really don't know. It'd be a complete guess. I guess I'd average about 25 the last 3 years, which would put me at 75, and then there were a few more. So I'm going to go on the low end to be pleasantly surprised. I'm going to say A, 92.
You're very close. It's 99.
Okay.
No kidding.
Right.
So you don't keep track of that kind of thing.
I guess I haven't. I guess this is proving that, but I guess that means that week one, the first one we throw, hopefully it's week one.
Yeah.
Get to 100.
Oh, it'll be week one. What other team did the Vikings legendary quarterback Brett Favre play for? Was it the Detroit Lions, the New York Jets, or the San Francisco 49ers?
So Brett played for the Jets for one season, and he never played for the Lions or the 49ers. So I'm going to go with B, Jets.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct.
Kind of threw me off, though, for a second.
I know.
Because you forget about that 1 year. You remember him as a Viking. You remember him with that team in Wisconsin. But forgot about the Jets.
That was a heck of a year he had here, too. I tell you, how big of a fan were you of Brett Favre?
Well, he's just so fun to watch, And I actually came into the league with Rex Grossman, who played in the NFC North with Chicago, and he said that all of his years in the NFL, his favorite guy to watch on tape every week was Brett Favre around the league. Just, we all have our guys we learn from, and he said Brett was the best of the best. So Brett was kind of on the way out as I was coming in, but the stories I hear and the tapes that I have seen, there was nobody like him.
Your center, Pat Elflein, you've met him.
Yeah, I just had lunch with him before I came down here.
There you go. He hails from which fellow Big Ten school? Is it Michigan, the Ohio State, or Wisconsin?
It's B, the Ohio State.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a great career there and followed it up with a great rookie year last year, so hopefully we can get more from him. And so.
Do you call it the Ohio State? Do they make you do that?
I've always thought that's a little bit arrogant. No offense to all of the Buckeyes out there, but, do we really have to make a big deal of it being the Ohio State?
I
don't get it.
I have to. He's much bigger than you. Don't have to.
Yeah,
but
right.
And especially anytime he's around, I'll definitely do that. You're killing this. How many teeth should an adult human have? 30, 25, or 32?
It's got to be an even number. So I'm going to rule out B25. I actually had 4 of my adult teeth removed as a kid, like when I was 10 years old, and then I had my 4 wisdom teeth removed. So I have 8 less than the maximum. Does this include wisdom teeth? Am I losing a technicality here?
You know what? I can't answer that question.
I'm going to say 32.
You're correct.
All right.
Now, about losing those adult teeth, did you lose a bet or something? Why?
You know, I forget the reasons, but so the wisdom teeth were in high school or college. That was no big deal. But I don't know. I was in elementary school, and I remember I was getting braces, and they said that, I think they said my teeth were too big for my mouth. And so to make room for the rest of them, they had to remove 4, which that was no small deal.
How long does it take for the Earth to spin on its axis? Now, let's think about this.
This is good.
This is a hard one. Yeah. Is it 1 day, 1 hour, or 1 week?
So for it to spin on its axis one time, I would think is a day, and then it's a year to go all the way around the sun, and then it's, I'm going to say 1 day. I don't really know what the Earth would do in 1 hour except spin a little bit.
Right.
And in 1 week it would spin, I would think 7 times. So I'm going to go with A, 1 day.
You broke that down pretty thoroughly.
I'm a quarterback. You know?
And you are correct. That's the right answer. Look at that. What was your favorite class, by the way, like in school? What was your major even in college? I don't even know.
My major was kinesiology, which is a fancy word for like exercise science. And I was thinking about going to medical school, and when football kind of took over, then that went out the window. But thought about going back to school when I'm done playing. We'll see.
After a few Super Bowls, you can probably do that. Sounds good to me, man. Which Michigan Wolverine famously referred to the Spartans as little brother, prompting a curse that helped Michigan State with 8 of the next 10 matchups? So was that Desmond Howard, Chad Henne, or Mike Harden? It sounds to me like you might know the answer to this question.
It's good. You know, sometimes you get your little brother excited when you're playing basketball and stuff. You let him get the lead, and then you just come back and take it back.
Yeah, it's C. Mike Hart. I was there when it happened in 2007. They beat us on a tough game. We had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, and they came back and beat us. And I remember there were Michigan fans in the crowd at Michigan State who had a sign that said "Still Arrogant," and it was just a bad deal. And so Mike said that comment after the game, and then like the question says, after that it was, Michigan State kind of walked the streets for the next 10 years for the most part.
For sure.
And I was fortunate enough to be a part of that, but.
Do you still look back on those days as just the greatest ever?
Yeah, I tell people that when I speak to high school students or to the football teams, young kids, I say high school football was really the most fun for me. That was when it was just a game and it was fun. And then every year since then, through college and now in the pros, it becomes more and more of a job, and it's a profession that you need to perform or else. And so that's okay. There are a lot of perks that come with being a professional quarterback, but it's hard to get back the memories or the experience of playing high school varsity football. There's nothing like it.
Well, you'll always have the vI.Q test. But we have one final question.
I like that.
Now, this is the extra credit question.
Okay.
And from my math, as far as I can tell, you've gotten them all right. Am I right, judges? Has he gotten them all right? You've gotten them all right.
All right.
But you're not the only player who's going to get them all right. This is going to be the tiebreaker. How many lakes do you think are actually in the state of Minnesota? We know it's called the land of 10,000 lakes.
Right.
Take your best guess. It's like the gumballs in a jar. Take your best guess.
Yeah, I'm going to say something around 10,000, although I have a question here about the lakes thing.
Yes.
What defines a lake? Because I'm driving on the highway looking at all these bodies of water, and I'm like, okay, is that a pond? Is that a lake? So there's some confusion there. But as far as lakes are concerned, I'm going to guess that there are 10,112 lakes in Minnesota, total guess.
Seems like a very, very good guess. How'd you feel about the vI.Q test? You were the very first to take it.
Well, aside from this last question, I felt pretty good. I thought it was catered well to me. So thank you for making that make me feel like I'm at home.
Well, I tell you, you've set the bar very high, and you're going to set the bar very high out on the field, man. Great to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
Last
it.
question. Do you think I can pull off being the host of the Family Feud?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's the jacket,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
It's the jacket, the baseball cap,
Yeah.
the beard.
Thank you.
You got it all.
We got a friendship brewing here.
No doubt.